Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So, I'm going to try and fix an issue that I've seen cropping up on the Noble Pro, where basically, if you want to pull throttle and you want to use engine kill, so you've got like a line lock if you like, you pull throttle, you press your engine kill button, but rather than following your servo speed settings, so you've got 3 stages on this, so 3 automatic shifts if you like, it will ignore whatever you've got as servo speed and jump to 100%. So I think this will be a good workaround for any guys that want to run this way. So let's crack on with video. Right, so Noble Pro drag setup. I've seen a few people complaining that you can't have the servo speed and manage to get the idle up so you can set your percentage when you launch. But if you follow this guide, and I'll basically show you what we've done. So, like on the Noble MB4, you can initiate line lock, that's full trigger pulled. Then you can put your idle up to set your percentage what you want it to launch, and then all you do is press your button to release your line lock and it'll jump instantly to the percentage you're starting from. So I'll try and do that again. So if you see, it's starting at 40% throttle, not 0, and it's not instantly shooting all the way to the end. So we've still got the 3 low, mid and high positions that you can set for like your shift point or the speed that the servo or the speed that the ESC increases acceleration. And then when you get to end of your run, you brake, you hit the throttle, idle up, and then you can let go and it's just stood still. So let's show you how we've achieved that. So first off, on assignment, so we've got SW3 set to idle up, nothing set to function 2, normal direction and trigger. Then we have TR4 set to throttle speed go. That will enable you to alter the P1, so your first state of servo speed control. I have that in reverse because I like the way it works on roller that way. Then the next one we've got set to throttle idle up, and again I have that reversed, so that lets you adjust your idle up percentage, so when you hit the throttle it's what it's going to start at rather than 0. And then this is where the workaround comes in. So engine cut is what you're using as your line lock, but you also set it to throttle dual rate as function 2. And what this allows you to do, if we remove that, I'll show you what it does. So if we remove that and we look, I've got it set on 0 when it's on. When it's off, it's just straight up. So if I do the exact same procedure with that removed, so we put us engine cut on for line lock, we put us throttle idle up, we pull throttle, and bang, straight to 100%, which is completely ignoring all 3 stages of your servo speed. Which, as you can see, that's not going to be very useful, especially if you've got a powerful motor in your RC. So by going to assignment and then setting the second function as throttle and dual rate, and then we come out and go into as throttle and dual rate, and we set as forward rate to 0. So what this does, if we pull as throttle, we've got as 3 stages, but you can see it starts at 0. So we put as dual engine kill on, so we pull throttle, we put as idle up, but then when we hit the engine kill, it's still abiding by our servo speed restrictions. So you're not just jumping to 100%, you're starting at 40 and then working your way up to 100% as per how you've got the servo speed set. So it's basically still making it adhere to these settings. Now, what I've done, if you're going to set your launch at 40 then you want your P1 to be just above that. You can even set it as low as you like, but if you want 3 stages, you're going to have to set the first stage at the percentage above what your throttle launches at. So there's no point having P1 from 30 to 40% if you're launching at 40%, because then you're only going to come into play with your medium and high. You're going to miss the first one altogether. So if you want your 3 stages, make sure you set your first point, P1, above what percentage you're launching at. So if we come back out of this, so if you pull the throttle and you've got your throttle idle up, and we've got the dial set so we can set that to 40, you know that when you set the first position for P1 for servo, it needs to be between 40 minimum and the point where you want it to shift. So we've got it set, I think it's about 45. But so what we do, you've got normal throttle abiding by your speeds. So if you press your button to enable your line lock, press your button for your idle up, which sets the percentage it's going to launch, press the button, and it still abides by your actual servo speed settings. So hopefully that's useful for you, but let's wrap this one up. Right, so I'll just run you quickly through it. So first thing I'm going to do is press that to enable line lock. Then I'm going to pull full throttle. I'm going to hit that to set the throttle idle up position, so that's the percentage at which you want the car to instantly jump to. So you might want it to start at 20%, 40%, really depends on your build, and you can change all the settings to suit however you want this to go. And literally the only button you have to press is this on the trigger, and it will start as we've got it set 40%, then it'll go through all 3 stages of your throttle servo speed all the way up to 100%. So hopefully you find this useful, and it's a good workaround for you, and it's a way to enable a line lock and basically get the same 3 servo speed stages, so 3 automatic shifts, if that makes sense. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share to friends and family or anybody else that you want to bore stiff listening to my incessant ramblings. I'll catch you guys again in the next one.